The topic of my annotated bibliography is exploring learner perception of core. With the widespread of applying technological devices into second language learning, such as computers, laptops, mobile phones, and tablets, the trend of how to teach second language has gradually changed. Based on this trend, many researchers have focused on studying learner perception towards computer assisted language learning, which is CORE. However, the learner acceptance of implementation technological devices in language learning varies. In other words, some students' attitudes towards CORE are positive, whereas others are not. Generally speaking, students with higher education background hold relatively positive attitudes towards CORE, and they are more prone to social media and tablets. Compared to that, some other learners' perception on core is relatively negative. So in my bibliography, I would like to discuss the reason of this phenomenon and provide further implication to second language instructors. Speaking, listening, reading, and writing, those four basic learning skills always sit the center of language learning process and draw language teachers' attention to assist students to get improved. Specifically, with the help of advanced technologies, reading and writing classrooms have been connected with computers and other technological devices such as tablets and mobile phones. However, whether students perceive core as an advantage to learn second language, the result of this varies. In my bibliography, study 1, 3, and 5 will look into student perception of e-book, social media, especially Facebook, and microblogging, especially on Twitter. And study 4 will look into students' perception of mobile phones. Study 2 and study 7 will explore students' perception of digital games in order to examine the effectiveness in language learning process. After my reading of these literatures, I find that with the convenience and the enjoyment and the engagement brought by the technological devices, the core classroom is filled with improvement of some learning outcomes because of the ease of use of computers and the accessibility, the portability, and the environmental friendliness of the advanced technologies. However, the majority of the participants perceive that adopting certain devices will result in distraction in study. They will get distracted from the learning focus on other things, especially on games or the advertisement in the computers. Technological devices will also slower learning pace or even pose health problems, especially the eye strain on students. Another interesting thing is applying advanced technologies into learning will result in low self-esteem, especially for the female students. They will consider their appearance. How will their appearance will be on when they use webcams to communicate with students and with their peers and the teachers. That's the most interesting thing I found. I think the reason for this impacts some students blame it on the nature features of the devices. Other students think because of some social media like Twitter or Facebook and micro bloggings are rarely used in certain areas and countries such as Thailand. Thai students, they are mostly use Facebook, not Twitter in school in Thailand, so they feel very stressful to use Twitter instead of Facebook. And Anyway, based on the findings, I think the teachers should be trained in teachers preparation course to know how to incorporate those advanced technologies in language teaching, and to meet learner preference and know how to allocate those suitable technologies into language learning. Besides, school also needs to regulate the rules for how to use mobile phones and computers within school, and provide a very appropriate environment for students to learning and studying. After all, I think technologies should meet students' needs and serve in better education. Thank you.